considering striking a preference deal with Pauline Hanson's One Nation party at the next election in a bid to claim power. Leader Tim Nicholls says he's yet to speak with the state executive about the move, but isn't ruling it out. Tegan George reports.
Addressing the party faithful for the first time as leader, Tim Nicholls flagged a new hurdle in his bid to be Premier.
And yes, we've got some new threats, One Nation among them.
Pauline Hanson isn't just back in the Senate.
I am back.
She has enough support to potentially pick our next Premier, which is why the LNP is considering a preference deal at the next state election.
We won't be getting into bed with One Nation. What we're doing is sending a message that Queensland just simply can't afford another 3 years of this Labor government.
And obviously what Tim Nicholls wants is a Nicholls-Hanson government.
But it's the state executive who'll make the final call.
The last state election, the Labor Party had no reservations about putting the LNP last and preferencing One Nation.
Opposition leader Tim Nicholls wants candidates and branch members to at least have a strong say.
I disagree with many of the things that Pauline Hanson says, but I acknowledge that there are a large number of people who voted for her.
I think the overwhelming majority of them will agree that we need to be putting Labor and the Greens last.
Ms Hanson has threatened to preference all sitting MPs last.
All the major parties should be putting One Nation last, and if Tim Nicholls was a decent leader, that's exactly what he'd do.
The LNP says the government only has itself to blame for bringing back compulsory preferential voting.
There is no space on the moral high ground for Labor in respect to this issue.
With the pre-selection process starting soon, State President Gary Spence also used his speech to encourage party members to choose more female candidates. Noticeably absent, former Premier Campbell Newman. Tegan George.